Nithyanandam, welcome to all those who are joining us live for today's Nithyananda Yoga session. Let's all settle down. Now come to a comfortable seated position on your mats with your hands in front of your heart center in the Namaskara Mudras. We're now going to be beginning the Nithyananda Yoga session with the Sadguru Vandanam. Invoking the presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, in deep gratitude.
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि.
Next is the chanting of the Shiva Mula Mantra Japa, where we will be invoking the presence of Paramashiva, the primordial source of energy. Next is the chanting of the Shiva Mula Mantra Japa, where we'll be connecting to Paramashiva, the cosmic source of energy, to manifest through us during the Nithyananda Yoga session today. We'll be chanting the Shiva Mula Mantra Japa 11 times. We request all of you to please chant it internally within your inner space while we shall chant it out loud such that you can easily follow along.
ॐ हां हौं शिवाय नमः. 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 ॐ हां हौं शिवाय नमः.
Next, we'll be doing the Tattvachamanam, the ritualistic cleansing of the body and mind to become a pure vessel for Paramashiva's energy. Please ensure you have your Panchapatra Manudharini, traditional cup and spoon filled with fresh water. Bring your right hand into the Gokarna Mudra, bending your index finger, slightly cupping your palm. Take one Udharini of water, put it at the center of your palm. Sip the water through the base of your palm 3 times along with the mantra Swadha. ॐ आत्मतत्त्वं शोधयामि स्वधा. ॐ विद्यातत्त्वं शोधयामि स्वधा. ॐ शिवतत्त्वं शोधयामि स्वधा. Wash your hands. Now with the base of your right hand thumb, wipe your upper and lower lip twice from the right to the left. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Wash your hands. With the tips of the right hand, index, middle and ring finger joined together, touch above your upper lip, below your lower lip. Wash your hands. With the tips of the right hand, thumb and index finger joined together, touch your right nostril, left nostril. With the tips of the right hand, thumb and ring finger joined together, touch your right eye, right ear, and left ear. Wash your hands. Now, with the tipped base of the right hand, thumb and little finger joined together, touch your navel center, right chest and left chest. And with all the fingers of your right hand joined together, touch the top of your head, right shoulder, left shoulder, and your heart center. And with this, let us enter into the Sankalpa, creating our conscious intention to manifest exactly what we want during the Nithyananda Yoga session today.
ममो
Place your right hand over your left, clasping both your palms together. Close your eyes, create a powerful conscious intention to manifest a strong body, yogic body, perfectly healthy, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva.
ममोपात समस्त दुरितक्षयद्वारा भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवप्रीत्यर्थं श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिसमेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवप्रीत्यर्थं च अद्य पूर्वोक्त एवं गुण विशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ पूर्ण आरोग्ययुक्त दृढगात्र यौगिकशरीरसिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिवशक्त्याविष्करणार्थं नित्यानन्दयोगाभ्यासं करिष्ये.
Please wash your hands with an uddharini of water.
ॐ अपुपस्पृश्य.
Now, with this, we're going to be entering into the sequence. You can place your Panchapatram and Uddharani farther away from you. And before we begin, a quick reminder and avoid injury or harm. And if at any point during the session you feel tired, weak, dizzy, or ill, immediately stop and rest. And with that, we're going to now be entering into the first asana of the day. We're going to be starting from asana 501 to asana 600, entering into the Tritiya Vinyasakrama part 2, going through a full sequence of 100 asanas today, starting with Gadhvasana, the donkey pose. Stand upright with your feet shoulder width apart, bending your knees slightly. Place both your palms on your knees and press your thighs and calves firmly into the ground. As you do the Leliha Mudra, you're going to extend and gently move the tongue downward while you keep your palms on your knees, doing the Jiva Chalakumbhaka. Forcefully move the retained prana. So you're going to inhale, and then the retained prana, you're going to use the power of your mind to move it through all limbs of your body in the upward and downward directions. Holding the breath and then exhaling slowly. Do the Uddiyana Bandha, drawing the abdomen in and upwards towards the spine. Clenching the Mula Bandha, contracting the muscles of the pelvic floor throughout the sequence. Gaze towards your nose. Again, the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, repeated continuously throughout the entire 100 asanas. Visualize yourself as a humble, steadfast donkey known for its sure-footedness and gentle endurance in Gadhvasana.
जङ्घोरुभ्यां धरां पीड्य सितकायो दृढजानुना जानुपरिकरयुग्मं गाढ्वासनमुच्यते.
And from here, we're going to move into Dhanurasana 3D. So if you had joined us yesterday, you would know we did the asana on one side yesterday. Today, we're repeating it on the other side. This set of sequence of asanas starting with Dhanurasana 3D. So you can extend both your feet forward, cross your hands over, keeping your left hand on top, right hand below, and pull your right foot up towards your left ear as you hold on to your extended left foot with your right hand. Pull it up towards your ear and feel the stretch in your hands. You can pull your elbow back to do this and do the Prana Mudra, where your index and middle fingers are wrapped around your big toes. Pratyahara Kumbhaka, we draw the senses inwards, moving the awareness sequentially through the 9 points, soles of the feet, perineum, navel, heart, chest, throat, base of the throat, between the eyebrows and forehead. After slow inhalation, gently hold the breath and exhale slowly. Mula Bandha, contracting the muscles of the pelvic floor. Visualize yourself as a bow coiled with tension yet perfectly aligned in Dhanurasana 3.
पादाङ्गुष्ठौ तु पाणिभ्यां गृहीत्वा श्रवणावधि धनुराकर्षणं कृत्वा धनुरासनमुच्यते.
Slowly relax now as we move into Virasana Chatwari. You're going to be folding the right leg on top of the left thigh and place your hands gently on your lap, keeping your chest lifted. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, keep the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. As you do the Pratyahara Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself in heroic steadiness, sitting with dignity and calm focus in Virasana Chatwari.
त्रिगुणं पतितं पादं वामं दक्षिणत उत्थितं कृत्वा अन्योन्यतलस्थं तु वीरपट्टम् अथ उच्यते.
The next asana is Ekapadasana Dve. So now you're going to first be seated with both your legs extended forward and you're going to be lifting one leg to come and rest on top of the back of your neck. So you can first open out your thigh by rocking your foot from side to side, and then once you're completely opened out your thigh, you can place it behind your neck, and much as possible you can try to place it there. You can either bring it from the side of your neck or from above your neck, and then bring your hands into the Namaskara Mudra in front of your heart center while trying to hold your leg in the same position. So as you can see here, you can hold your leg behind your head and then bring your hands in the Namaskara Mudra, doing the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gaze to your third eye. Visualize yourself balanced on one foot, rooted yet poised for movement.
एकपादम् अथो कण्ठे उत्थाप्य एकं च दण्डवत् करौ सम्पुटितौ कृत्वा एकपादं तदुच्यते.
Coming into Dakshina Pada Shirshasana, same position. You're just going to draw the extended foot in towards your perineum. So your left foot continues to rest behind your head. We're going to do the Namaskara Mudra, hands in front of your heart center, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha. Gazing towards your third eye, visualize yourself inverted on one foot, head grounded, body aligned and alert.
बेसीने बन्न पग माथा ऊपर लावी टाकना पाछल्या भाग पर चढ़ाववा ने हाथ जोड़ीने स्थिति करवीते द्विपाद शीर्षासन कहेवा यचे.
And relaxing now as we enter into the Ekapada Mayurasana. You're going to be now keeping one leg behind your head if possible, or else you're going to wrap one leg around your shoulder as you bring your weight onto your palms, drawing your elbows in towards your navel, facing your fingers backward, and you're going to lean forward onto your elbows, lifting your body off the ground, balancing horizontally as you do the Shambhavi Mudra. In the initial level, what you can try to do is bringing one leg around your elbow. Keep the foot flat onto the ground. Shift your weight forward to try and lift the back leg off the ground. So try to shift your leg forward. You can keep the forward leg on the ground and just lift the back leg alone off the ground. Trying to get your balance here in this position. Do the Pratyahara Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a peacock balanced in one foot poised and radiant. If you want, you can take the support of a partner or of a wall to hold on to your extended leg for support.
हरति सकल रोगान् आशु गुल्मोदरादीन् अभिभवति च दोषान् आसनं श्रीमयूरम्.
And you can slowly relax now as we enter into Supta Trivikramasana. You're going to lay flat onto your back. As you lay flat onto the ground, you're going to be lifting your left leg up, now bringing it behind your head from a laying down position as much as possible. And balancing here, if you can fully bring it behind, that's great. If not, you can just place it there and hold on to your leg with one hand as the other hand extends forward. Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. Gaze to your nose, visualize yourself as the cosmic Trivikrama, angle rooted in earth, another reaching towards the heavens, and the third piercing your very soul in Supta Trivikramasana.
उत्तानकूर्मपीठं च सिंहं गारुडमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
Keep one leg there in the same position behind your head as you extend both your hands down towards the ground into Vyagrasana. You're going to do the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhakan Mula Bandha. As you gaze to your nose, visualizing yourself as a tiger, coiled and ready to spring in Vyagrasana.
व्याघ्रासनमथो वक्ष्ये क्रोधकालविनाशनम् एकपादं शीर्षमध्ये मेरुदण्डोपरि स्थितम्.
Now you can relax your legs and we come to a counter pose, bringing both your knees to your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees, holding on to your opposite elbows. As you relax your shoulders into the mat, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. Gaze to your nose, visualize yourself as a couch, steady and supportive, carrying the weight of the world with ease in Paryankasana Dve.
जानुप्रसारितबाहो शयनं पर्यङ्कासनं क्रौञ्चोष्ट्रगजादिवत् उपवेशनं क्रौञ्चाद्यासनम्.
Coming from here into Vashisthasana Dve. So you can come up to a seated position slowly. So now for the next around 10 asanas, we're going to be having a sequence of advanced stretches for our legs. We're going to first enter into Vashisthasana Dve. Here what you can do is you can bring both the soles of your feet together in front of you, slide your arms under your legs and press your legs upwards so that you're able to bring your feet towards your forehead. Hold on to your feet in the Namaskara Mudra, joining your palms above your toes. Try to keep your feet on the top of your head as much as possible. As you do the Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, gazing towards your third eye, visualize yourself as sage Vashishtha, radiating wisdom and unshakable clarity.
दो पग थली जोड़ी संपुट करे हाथ दो उपगा बिच आने तले करी बारे ल्याही कुहन्या माहिली संधि राखे.
From here we're entering into the Shivalingasana. Now you can use your fingers to clasp around your toes, in your both fingers clasping around your respective toes now, and continue to keep your feet above your head. So you do the Shambhavi Mudra, the Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. Gaze to your doors. Visualize yourself as the sacred Shivalinga, the eternal symbol of Paramashiva's formless essence in Shivalingasana.
दो उपवशीस पर आने पुनि एक जुगाती और ठाने दो उपग के अंगुष्ठ दो ऊ तिन परि मुठी करी की दो ऊ.
The next asana is Kakarupa Skandhasana Dve. So now in this asana, you're going to be bringing both your feet on top of your head, behind your shoulders. So you're going to first bring one leg as much as possible behind your neck. And then what you can do is try to bring the other leg as well. So the way you're going to do this asana is, you're going to first bring one leg to rest behind your head. And then you can continue to balance that. As you try and cross your feet, your toes, try crossing the other leg behind as well and holding that. Place your palms firmly onto the ground in front of you. Use a wall or a partner for support as you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose. Visualize yourself as an owl bird silently on a branch in Kakarupa Skandhasana Dve.
अथ वक्षे काकरूप स्कन्धासनमुत्तमं कलिपापात् प्रमुच्येत वायवीं वशमानयेत्.
So you can slowly relax your feet for a moment here. So the whole next sequence of asanas are going to be in the similar position with your feet behind your head. So you can continue to hold it there if you can, or you can relax in between asana when you need to take a break. As we come into the Aranya Chatakasana now, you're again going to be bringing both your feet behind your head and holding your legs there. So you can go with one at a time, bringing it there, holding it behind your neck, and then you can rest the other one as well. So for Aranya Chatakasana, again both the palms are going to come grounded onto the ground. As you hold here, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, gaze to your third eye. Visualize yourself as a bird in a forest, agile and free, navigating through branches with awareness in Aranya Chatakasana.
एकेन पादेन भूमिम् अवष्टभ्य अन्यपादतलेन उरु अवष्टम्भदिष्ठेत्. अष्ट इति पुनः पुनः कर्तव्यम् अर्धचन्द्रं भवति.
So from here we enter into the Chitrakasana. The Chitrakasana is just going to be change in hand position where you're going to bring one hand to the shoulder while the other hand extends tall above while continuing to rest your feet behind your neck. So again, coming back to the same position, crossing your ankles and holding that as you bring your hand one to the chest and the other extended up, doing the Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose. Visualize painting your reality, each stroke manifesting intention into form in Chitrakasana.
प्रथम पगतली संपुट करे पुनः जुगति ऐसे विस्तरे डाई कहूनि माहिली संधि संगीता परिदो एडी बंध.
And repeat Chitrakasana on the other side, switching around the position of your hands. So this time you can bring your right hand to the left chest while the left hand extends straight above as you do the Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahara Kumbhaka Bandha, gazing towards your nose. Visualize painting your reality, each stroke manifesting intention into form in Chitrakasana.
प्रथम पगतली संपुट करे पुनः जुगति ऐसे विस्तरे डाई कहूनि माहिली संघी तापरिदो एडी बंध.
And from here we're entering into the Phanindrasana. So in Phanindrasana, you're going to continue to be seated with your legs behind your head, placing your palms onto the ground, grounding for support, doing the Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as the Cobra King, poised and majestic, hood flat, radiating vigilance and control power as you gaze towards your third eye. So from the nose, you're switching your gaze towards your third eye in Phanindrasana.
पादाभ्यां वेष्टयेत् कण्ठं करयो संस्थितोन्मुखं फणीन्द्रं सर्वदोषघ्नं वा भूयात् सुखदं सदा.
You can continue to stay there. Continue as we enter into Partial Mudrasana, just switching your gaze to your nose. Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself bound by moves of integrity, holding emotions, aligned with purpose and action.
कण्ठपृष्ठे क्षिपेत् पादौ पाशवदृढबन्धनं सा एव पाशिनी मुद्रा शक्तिप्रबोधकारिणी.
And slowly relax your feet. Now, the next asana we're going to now be stretching out our spine to relax our hips from this intense stretch as we enter into Machandrasana Dve. So now you can you can bring your legs into the Padmasana position onto the respective thighs. One leg will be on the thigh while the other foot rests on the opposite knee. And so your left leg can come to the right thigh and right leg to the left knee. Hold on to your feet as you lean forward and down. Bring your forehead to the ground. Vaishnavi Mudra with inner focus and outer vision, free from blinking or this is the Vaishnavi Mudra. Do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, where you're going to inhale and as you exhale, you're going to slightly be contracting the thoracic area as you make the sound of an ocean. Doing the Mula Bandha, visualize yourself as Matsyendra, embodying unfathomable depth in the turning inward in Machandrasana Dve.
मत्स्येन्द्रासन प्रथम जी मनो चरण जुजोई वाम जंघ परिराखे सोई ताकि एड़ी कटि सोलावे बहुरी जुक्ति यह और करावे.
Now coming into Dvipada Shirshasana. In this asana, you're going to be doing a very similar position, but this time your feet are not going to be crossed behind your head. So as we bring our legs behind our head, we just have a couple more asanas in the sequence, so you can continue. Don't worry, just do it as much as you can. If you feel that you're getting too much of strain, you can immediately relax, take a rest, and then you can try to do this asana. But stay within your limits, comfortable while being authentic, just pushing towards your peak possibility. Okay, so here you're going to place both your feet behind your head, but this time you're not going to be crossing. You're just touching both the feet together behind that as you bring your hands into the Namaskara Mudra in front of your heart center. Doing the Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, visualize yourself as a living conduit of cosmic energy, feet resting above the head in Dvipada Shirshasana.
बेसिने बनने पग माथा ऊपर लावी डाकना पाछल्या माग पर चढ़ाववा ने हाथ जोड़ीने स्थिति करवी ते द्विपाद शीर्षासन कहेवा यछे.
Slowly relax your feet now as we come into Bharatari Asana, just bringing the feet up towards the forehead, holding on to it with both hands. Try to place the heels of your feet on top of your head if possible as you do the Shambhavi Mudra. Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose. Visualize the Shakti of Mahima flowing through you, making your body heavy, yet rooted, stable, and immovable in Bharadhari Asana.
अथ भरतरासन आसन गोपी छंद कहियो जैसे याहू को कीजे पुनीते से.
And from here now, we're entering into the Devasana. You can lay onto your back. And bring both your feet above your head. So here what you're going to do is you're going to use your hands to wrap around your calves and hold your feet above your head. So it's not behind, rather it's above the head, and you're trying to press your legs towards the ground if possible. Otherwise you can do this if you need to lift your hip up as well. You might want to lift up your hips to help you get the stretch. You can do that. Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gaze to your third eye. Visualize all gods and goddesses showering their blessings upon you in Devasana.
अथ देवासन प्रथमे सुधो सो वे सोई करे कांक सी कर गही दोई.
Coming into the Mrittika Bhanjikasana, same position. You're going to try and bring your feet, toes touching firmly as you place the palms outside of your feet, interlocking your hands for support. As you lay onto your back, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Gaze to your nose. Visualize yourself as a small yet mighty plant breaking through the dirt, emerging into vibrant reality in Mrittika Bhanjikasana.
प्रथम सेन सुधो हो यठाने पग उचाय आगाने आने बहुर पग थली को यो राखे कोरवारी लिया विधि दाखे.
From here, we're entering into the Mashakasana. Now, you're going to attempt to cross your ankles behind your head. So sometimes you might find it easier to do it while lying down since the hips can raise up higher. So what you can do is try to cross your ankles behind your head as much as possible. You can use your feet to support you, where you use one toe to cross over the other toes, and you can try to wrap your hands around your waist as you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Gaze to your nose. So what you can also do is bring your legs up as high as you can and then bring your hands around your hips. Visualize yourself as an abundance of gold, filling your being with prosperity, divine wealth and auspicious energy.
मशकासन प्रथमे सुधो सेन करे वाम पाद कांध परिधरे तापरि दक्षिण पग को आने दो हस्त ऐसे विधि टाने.
And relax. Take a moment to relax your spine now. For a moment you can lay down there, relaxing your spine from these intense stretches as we enter into the Purva Tanasana. So you're going to place your palms on the ground beside you with your fingers pointed towards your body as you lift your hips and legs and your entire body off the ground, balancing on your palms and heels. And you can try to push your hips up as high as you can over here, shifting the weight onto the shoulders. Lean your head back. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply, hold the breath and then release. In a comfortable position, doing the Nasagre Drishti, gaze to your nose. Visualize the eastern side of your body stretching and opening, awakening the subtle energies associated with the rising sun and beginnings in Purvatanasana.
ऊर्ध्वतानं चतुष्पाद पीठं वज्रासनं तथा चकोरक्रोञ्च शलभ भुजङ्गानि वृश्चिकम्.
Laying onto your back as we enter into the Urdhva Konasana. Bring your palms under your hips for support, lifting your legs straight up towards the ceiling and opening them up into a wide V position. Support your hands and shoulders as you breathe slowly. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose. So you're going to be separating with one leg going forward and the other leg going backward. That's how you're going to be making the V position with your legs and doing the Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize yourself lifting into the upward angle pose, reaching skyward with focus and strength in Urdhva Konasana.
सप्तचक्रक्षालनाय वृक्षासन विशेषकाञ्जननेन्द्रियदार्ढ्याय कोणभेदान् समभ्यसेत्.
From here, we're entering into Uttana Padasana Dve. So now you're going to lay onto your back, and from here, you're going to be first resting the crown of your head onto the ground. You can rest the top of your head onto the ground. And then you can extend your hands parallel towards the body and keep your legs extended into a similar position as well. So your hands and legs both are extended parallel, engaging the core muscles as you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Visualize your extended foot reaching fully, elongating muscles, nerves and subtle channels in Uttana Padasana Dve.
सप्तचक्रक्षालनाय वृक्षासनविशेषकान् जननेन्द्रियदार्ढ्याय कोणभेदान् समभ्यसेत्.
Relax now as we enter into Setu Bandhasana. You're going to be bringing your weight onto your shoulders completely as you extend your legs and hips completely off the ground. You can lift your hips off the ground. So, initially, what you can do, bring your hands to your hips and lift your body off the ground. Extend your legs straight out, and then you're going to be crossing your arms over your chest. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself forming a bridge, lifting your chest and heart skyward in Setu Bandhasana.
वासिष्ठमतकौण्डिन्यम् उदकुकुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमतोतानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
From here, entering into Chakrasana Trini. Now bring your hands over your shoulders, placing your feet flat on the ground and your palms above your shoulders. You're going to be pressing your belly upwards into a full semicircle, back bend as you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Visualize your body arcing into wheel pose, energy radiating through spine and limbs.
बेहातनी आंगली ओति बे पगना आंगली पकड़ीने सवुम ते चक्रासन कहे वा यचे आ आसनमनम नाम वर्तलासन पनचे.
Here, trying to walk your hands towards your feet in the same position as you get a deeper back stretch as much as you can into Petaputyasana, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Visualize the knot binding prana and apana, the downward and upward moving energies dissolving, releasing subtle tensions within in Petaputyasana.
आसन को गुण पान अपान की गांठी छुटे जलंधर बंधन लागे.
Relax your hips now. We're going to enter into the Vichitra Karani. So here you're going to raise your feet overhead such that the toes press firmly into the ground above your head, bringing your hands to hold on to your feet, making your body into two tall staffs aligned strongly. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose. Visualize yourself performing wondrous action, each movement infused with intention, precision, and divine resonance in Vichitra Karani.
अथ विचित्रकरणी आसन शयित पश्चमतानस्थो हस्तौ तत्र प्रसारयेत् पादौ दण्डसमौ कृत्वा विचित्रकरणी भवेत्.
Your toes are going to be pressing on the ground above your head and your hands are going to be reaching for your toes in this asana. From here now entering into Pashasana Dve, you can lay flat onto your back with your legs extended. Coming into Pashasana Dve, now lay onto your back. As you bring your hands on top of your navel, you're going to be engaging the abdominal muscles, raising your chest up as you lift one hand towards your nose and extend the other hand down over your body, and then do exchanging. You're going to simultaneously be engaging your core to lift your head up off the ground as you bring the hand towards your nose. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a hatchet being thrown, cutting through obstacles with precision and force in Pashasana Dve.
पादतले भूमौ निधाय जानुनि उरसि निधाय विपरीतहस्ताभ्याम् उरुसहितजङ्घे निबध्य तिष्ठेत् पशासनं भवति.
Now coming into Dakshinasana. You can bring both your feet to rest behind your head. Now you can lay onto the right side of your body extending your body long, and you can place your right hand beneath your head for support as your left arm rests along the left side of your body. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha, visualize yourself as Dakshinamurti, serene and wide, seated in stillness in Dakshinasana.
शय्या अर्जुदक्षिणाङ्ग येन मस्तके धो निधाय स दक्षं हस्तं च वामं तु जङ्गपृष्ठे ततो जपेत्.
From here, entering into Shalabhasana Dve, turn over to rest onto your stomach. Now, you're going to be keeping your arms resting along your sides. Inhale, extend your chest upward, lifting your legs behind you like the rising of a locust. Shambhavi Mudra, Jiva Chalakumbhaka Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a locust, resilient and adaptable, leaping and navigating terrain with precision in Shalabhasana Dve.
पूर्वतानं चतुष्पादपीठं वज्रासनं तथा चकोरक्रोञ्च शलभभुजङ्गानि वृश्चिकम्.
Bhekasana. Now bring your hands towards your respective feet, pulling them down towards your hips as you lift your chest open wide as a frog amid water. Shambhavi Mudra, Jiva Chalakumbhaka Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a frog, alert and grounded, sensing subtle vibrations, responding with precise leaps.
बकं भेकासनं चैव मकरं मत्स्यनामकं मत्स्येन्द्रं द्विविधं चात्र कुण्डलीबोधकारणम्.
From here, we're moving into Bherundasana. This is going to be an asymmetrical stretch, so we request all of you to do it carefully also and try your best also. By bringing both your hands towards your feet, you're going to push your right foot down towards the left right hip as you extend your left leg up towards the sky, stretching your spine, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Jiva Chalakumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a hyena, vigilant, moving with calculated intent.
शलभासनभेदाश्च नटभेरुण्डनामके गण्डभेरुण्डसहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तथा.
Repeating on the other side, now pull your left leg down to the hip as you stretch your right leg up. As you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Jiva Chalakumbhaka and Mula Bandha, visualize yourself as a hyena, vigilant, moving with calculated intent in Bherundasana on the other side.
शलभासनभेदाश्च नटभेरुण्डनामके गण्डभेरुण्डसहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तथा.
Come up to a seated position as we enter into Vajrasana Pancha now. Sit on your knees comfortably. Bring your hands towards your thighs. Shambhavi Mudra, keeping the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Doing the Apakarshaka Kumbhaka, partially closing the nostrils, inhaling and exhaling. Do the Mula Bandha, visualizing yourself as steadfast, grounded and indestructible as a lightning bolt in Vajrasana Pancha.
वज्रासन मुक्तासन कोशासन नतीजे लहो दोहा करे ग्रात्मा चितवनी गुरुते.
And lay back onto your stomach as we enter into Shulasana. So here you're going to bring your elbows onto the ground as you rest your palms onto your chin, onto your palms. Draw your knees upward till the legs rise vertical above you as you keep your feet pointed to the sky, knees joined together. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, the Jiva Chalakumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose. Visualize yourself as a spear, focused and unwavering, piercing through obstacles with clear intention in Shulasana.
उत्पराभ्याम अवनिमवष्टभ्य हस्ततलाभ्याम हनुम अवष्टभ्य उत्तिष्ठे शूलासनं भवति.
Coming into Makarasana Dve now, you can remain in the same position as you stretch your legs behind you and you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Jiva Chalakumbhaka Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose. Visualize yourself as an alligator, patient and calculating, powerful beneath calm surfaces in Makarasana Dve.
ऊर्धासु येन बन्ने हाथ माथानि बन्ने भनी थई आगल जायते मलाम्भा करवात नेतेना पंजा उपरणा भागमा अडेल ने नोचेट Cheta Rakhava.
Now we're going to be coming into the Gandhabherundasana. So now in this asana, laying onto your stomach, coming into the laying down position onto your stomach, you're going to be bringing your palms beside your chest, laying flat onto the ground, and then you're going to be lifting your legs up high as you can take the support of a partner or a wall. Please do this asana extremely carefully. If you're on your own, you can refrain from doing this as well. Since it's an advanced back stretch, you should not hurt yourself. You can use a partner support to bring your legs here as you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Jiva Chala Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Gaze to your nose, visualizing yourself as the leader of a hyena pack in Gandhabherundasana.
शलभासन भेदाश्च नटभेरुण्ड नामके गण्डभेरुण्ड सहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तथा.
Slowly relax as we enter into Gandhabherundasana Dve. Just a slight shift in the hand position. You're going to be placing your palms flat onto the ground beside your hips. You might find this a little more easier. And you're going to be again lifting your hips off the ground. So for these first two asanas, you're trying to bring your legs towards your head to try and touch onto your head in a deep back stretch. As you continue to do the Shambhavi Mudra, Jiva Chala Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha, visualize yourself as the leader of a hyena pack in Gandhabherundasana Dve.
शलभासन भेदाश्च नटभेरुण्ड नामके गण्डभेरुण्ड सहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तथा.
And from here, finally entering into Gandhabherundasana Trini. Here, trying to angle your feet more to come towards the ground above your head as you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Jiva Chala Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Gaze to your nose. Visualize yourself as a sturdy four-limbed wooden staff in Gandhabherundasana Trini.
शलभासन भेदाश्च नटभेरुण्ड नामके गण्डभेरुण्ड सहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तथा.
Slowly relaxing now onto the ground. The next asana is Viparita Shalabhasana Dve. Similar position, you're just going to be extending your feet out straight above you. So instead of trying to curve your back, you're going to try and straighten out your back as you kick your legs off the ground. See, just try. If if you've been comfortable with your body, you know how to recognize your body's limits. You can just try to kick your legs off the ground and bring your legs as high as you can, or you can use a chair. Sometimes bringing your feet onto a chair or a wall for support also helps you to do this asana. Visualize yourself as a locust, resilient and adaptable in Viparita Shalabhasana Dve.
शलभासन भेदाश्च नटभेरुण्ड नामके गण्डभेरुण्ड सहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तथा.
And slowly relax. So from here now, we're going to move into the Chaturanga Dandasana. So you can come into a plank position now, flat onto the ground. Bring your hands and legs, resting your weight onto your hands and legs. You're going to be bending your elbows close towards your body as you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Jiva Chala Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a sturdy four-limbed wooden staff, grounded and reliable in Chaturanga Dandasana.
विपरीतं मण्डलं च द्विधैव विविदितं हिनः दण्डासनं द्विधा प्रोक्तं विपरीतोपवेशने.
Coming into the Niranjana Karmasana, counter stretch for the intense back stretch we just got, where you can now sit onto your knees as you fold your hips onto your feet, leaning forward and down, bringing your hands to cover your ears. As you do the Shambhavi Mudra, relax onto your heels. Jiva Chala Kumbhaka, suck your stomach in and up in the Uddiyana Bandha, continuing to clench the Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself in stainless pose, untouched by karma, pure and free in Niranjana Karmasana.
अथ निरञ्जन कर्मासन बालको गर्भशय्यायां तिष्ठेत् सङ्कुचितो यथा तथा गर्भासने योगी निरञ्जन विधिं भजेत्.
Coming into Danda Mayurasana now. Here you're going to now be Placing your palms flat onto the ground with your fingers pointed towards your knees, facing backwards. Bend your elbows to bring your elbows into your navel center as you try and lift off the ground, bringing your body parallel towards the ground, balancing onto your arms as you do the Shambhavi Mudra. Jivachala Kumbhaka, sucking your stomach in and up in the Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a peacock, feathers fully fanned, radiating beauty and divine presence in Dandamayurasana.
मयूरं दण्डवत् कुर्यान् मयूरं दण्डनामकं कुर्यान् मयूरं पार्श्वाभ्यां मयूरपार्श्वनामकम्.
From here, coming into the Pangu Mayurasana, we are going to attempt to balance on one hand. You can bring one hand to hold the opposite hand's wrist as you bend the elbow into your navel. And here what you can also do is you can take the support of a partner, a chair or a wall to support your legs from behind you for balance as you hold yourself off the ground doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Jiva Chalakumbhaka Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a peacock, alert, vigilant, every movement precise in Pangu Mayurasana.
मयूरासनवत् संस्थाप्य एकेन हस्तेन एकस्य हस्तस्य मणिबन्धं धारयेत् पङ्गुमयूरं भवति.
Just repeating this on the other side as you continue to visualize yourself as a peacock, alert and vigilant, every movement precise, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Jiva Chalakumbhaka and Mula Bandha in Pangu Mayurasana Parshvantare.
मयूरासनवत् संस्थाप्य एकेन हस्तेन एकस्य हस्तस्य मणिबन्धं धारयेत् पङ्गुमयूरं भवति.
And slowly relax into a seated position. We're coming now into Jnanasana. So now you're going to draw your left foot to the root of the right thigh as you extend your right leg back along the floor outside of your right hip. Place your palms on your knees as you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka. So we are going to be, without actually inhaling or exhaling, holding the prana at the navel center. Mahamudra Bandha, contracting the pelvic floor, tucking the chin in towards the chest and drawing the abdomen in and up. Gaze to your nose, visualizing the Hindu goddess of knowledge, Devi Saraswati, flowing through your awareness in Jnanasana.
अथान्यदासनं कृत्वा सर्वव्याधिनिवारणं योगाभ्यासी भवेत् क्षिप्रं ज्ञानासनप्रसादतः.
Next is Kubjikasana. Now you can bring your left foot up towards the hollow of the left armpit, holding on to the foot with both hands, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka Mula Bandha. Gaze to your third eye, visualize Kubjika, coiled and hidden, embodying dynamic power of Kundalini energy.
अथ जठराग्नि सन्दीपन गुल्मप्लि अशूलहर कुब्जिकासनं किंचित् तिर्यक् सक्थिम् आस्थाप्य जानुम् ऊर्ध्वं धृत्वा.
Release your leg now from the armpit as we enter into Bharadwajasana, bringing it on to the opposite thigh. Bring your left leg to the right thigh. You can now twist your right hand from behind the back to hold on. Your left hand from behind the back to hold on to the left foot near the right thigh. As you place your right hand onto the left knee to aid your twist. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gaze to the third eye. As you visualize Lord Kartikeya, ruler of Mars, radiant, fierce and unwavering in purpose in Bharadwajasana.
उत्तानकूर्मपीठं च सिंहं गारुडमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
Virasana Pancha, slowly untwist. Now you're going to sit on top of your right heel from beside your hip. Instead of placing it beside, you're going to be sitting onto it now. As you bring your left foot towards your navel center. And you can try to angle it close to your navel and then you can place your palms on your knees, gently resting it there as you do the Shambhavi Mudra. Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose. Visualize yourself in the state and space of bravery, fearless and steadfast in Virasana Pancha.
एकपादम् अथैकस्मिन् विन्यसेत् उरु संस्थितम् इतरस्मिन् तथा पश्चात् वीरासनमिति ईरितम्.
Now raise your hands up above your head into the Parashu Mudra, stretching your hands as you stretch your palms up straight, doing the Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gazing towards your nose. You're going to visualize courage igniting through every fiber of your being, steady and unwavering in Bhairavasana Dve.
मूलद्वारटिकी बेसक धरयि वामपद गुद ओंधो करयि एडि अग्र गुदारी तरे ऊर्ध्वचिट्टी अंगुष्ठतरि करे.
Coming into Baddha Matsyendrasana, so now keeping the left foot outside of the right hip. Firmly plant your right sole onto the ground beside the left knee. Twist your torso towards the raised knee, hooking your arms across the shin while the other arm reaches from behind, clasping together if possible, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gazing towards your third eye. Visualize and embody the great sage and yogi Matsyendranatha, founder of Hatha Yoga, in Baddha Matsyendrasana.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीठं जठरप्रदीप्तिं प्रचण्डरुग्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम् अभ्यासतः कुण्डलिनी प्रबोधं दण्डस्थिरत्वं च ददाति पुंसाम्.
Coming now into Jnanasana on the other side, repeating this sequence. You're going to this time bring your left foot outside of the left hip as you bring your right foot to the base of the left thigh. Place your hands on your knees, keep your spine straight. You can slightly extend the foot away from your hip as you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka and Mula Mahamudra Bandha, clenching your perineum, sucking in your stomach, dropping your chin to the chest. Gaze to your nose, embody the wisdom, clarity and creative intelligence of Devi Saraswati in Jnanasana.
अथान्यदासनं कृत्वा सर्वव्याधिनिवारणं योगाभ्यासी भवेत् क्षिप्रं ज्ञानासनप्रसादतः.
Coming into Kubjikasana now, pulling the foot from your right foot now into your right armpit as you hold on to it with both hands, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Gaze to your third eye, become brave, visualize becoming bravery itself, a deep calm courage arising in your chest, steady and unshakable in Kubjikasana.
अथ जठराग्निसन्दीपन गुल्मप्लीह शूल हरकुब्जिकासनं किञ्चित्तिर्यक् सक्थिम् आस्थाप्य जानुम् ऊर्ध्वं धृत्वा.
Coming into Bharadwajasana now, firmly grounding the right foot on top of the left hip as you bring the left hand from behind the back to hold on to the right hand from behind the back holding on to the right foot at the left hip as you bring your left hand onto the right knee to aid your twist. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gazing towards your third eye. Visualize the energy of Lord Kartikeya, the ruler of planet Mars, embodying courage, strategic awareness and decisive action within you in Bharadwajasana.
उत्तानकुर्वपीठं च सिंहं गारुडमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
Untwist now as we come into Virasana Pancha, sitting on top of your left heel. Bring your hands towards your respective knees, trying to angle your right foot towards the navel. As you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose, visualize becoming bravery itself, a deep, calm courage arising in your chest, steady and unshakable.
एकं पादम् अथैकस्मिन् विन्यसेत् उरु संस्थितम् इतरस्मिन् तथा पश्चात् वीरासनमिति ईरितम्.
Next is Bhairu Asana Dve. Now you're going to be extending your hands above your head into the Parashamudra as you do the Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Embody leadership, strength and alertness, feeling the energy of a predator at the top of the pack as you gaze to your nose in Bhairuvasana Dve.
मूलद्वारटिकी बेसक धरयि वामपादगुद औधौ करयि एडि अग्रगुदातरि धरे ऊर्ध्वचिट्टी अंगुष्ठतरि करे.
Slowly relax as we enter into Baddha Matsyendrasana on the other side now. Bringing the left foot outside of the right hip, placing the right sole on the ground. Begin to twist your torso towards the raised knee, wrapping your arms around the knee to try and clasp behind your back. As you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gazing to your third eye, visualize yourself seated with openness and grounded stability in Baddha Matsyendrasana.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीठं जठरप्रदीप्तिं प्रचण्डरुग्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम् अभ्यासतः कुण्डलिनी प्रबोधं दण्डस्थिरत्वं च ददाति पुंसाम्.
Coming into Baddha Konasana now. Sit with the soles of your feet together in front of your pelvis. Holding on to your ankles with your hands in the Parashamudra, interlacing the fingers, holding on to your feet, pull the foot in. Pull the foot in towards your perineum with the knees wide out. Do the Parashamudra, Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose. Visualize yourself in bound angle pose, seated with openness and grounded stability in Baddha Konasana.
पाशं ब्राह्मं तथा सिद्धं स्वास्तिकं वामनासनं बद्धकोणं भद्रपीठं मूलबन्ध तथैव च.
Coming into Bhadrasana Chatwari. Now you're going to release your hands from the Parashamudra, just holding on to your feet firmly with your fingers and thumbs, keeping the toes straight as you do the Samakumbhaka without actually inhaling or exhaling, holding the prana in the navel center. Contract the muscles of the pelvic floor in the Mula Bandha, gazing to your nose. Visualize radiating serenity and divine alignment, every cell harmonizing with inner and outer awareness in Bhadrasana Chatwari.
विष्ण नीचे सीवनीना डाबा भागमा डाबा पगने एडी पगने उलटावी ने राख्यवी अने सीवनीना जमना भागमा जमना पगनी एडी पगने उलटावी ने राखवी.
From here, we're entering into Yonyasana, the womb forming pose. You can bring the feet now. You're going to bend the soles of the feet joint beneath the body near the perineum and bring your hands onto your knees. You're going to twist your feet to point backwards, sitting on the heels. As you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Sama, Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gazing to your third eye. Visualize curling inward into the womb forming pose, sinking deeply into sacred stillness in Yonyasana.
पादौ सम्मील्य पादाग्रे अधरे पार्श्वि लिङ्गात् अधः आनीय पादतलयो संविशेत् योन्यासनं भवति.
Bringing your hands towards the soles of your feet as we enter into Ghorakshasana Bhadrasana. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka. You're going to clench your perineum, suck in your stomach and drop it into the chest in the Mahamudra Bandha. Gaze towards your nose, embodying the power of the great sage. Your Goraksha, the gaze sharp and penetrating, feeling awareness, cutting through obstacles in Ghorakshasana Bhadrasana.
कृष्णनी नीचे सीवनीना डाबा भागमा डाबा पगनी एडी पगने उलटावीने राखवी अने सीवनीना जमना भागमा जमना पगनी एडी पगने उलटावीने राखवी.
From here now we're entering into the Kamadahanasana. You can bring both your feet from behind your back as you grasp your feet, respective feet, lengthening the spine. Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gaze to your third eye. Embody the energy of desire burner pose, feeling an inner fire awakening and consuming all distractions in Kamadahanasana.
भद्रासनं सुखं स्थाप्य विपरीते तु द्वेपदे अनेन यदि कुर्यात् तत् कामदहनं भवेत्.
And now bring your feet from in front of you. We're coming into the Supta Baddha Konasana. So you're going to now be bringing both your feet up towards your navel area, laying onto your back. As you let your knees open wide, shoulders relaxed, and bringing your hands around your neck to wrap around your feet. And you can use your elbows to hold your feet towards your navel center as you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha as you gaze towards your nose. Embody the openness and support of supine bound angle pose, letting your body fully release and your mind rest in calm receptivity in Supta Baddha Konasana.
पाशं ब्राह्मं तथा सिद्धं स्वास्तिकं वामनासनं बद्धकोणासनं भद्रपीठं मूलबन्धं तथैव च.
Next asana is Bhekasana Dve. Now you're going to be coming to a seated position. As you bring your hands around your neck, to use your elbows to support your feet, holding your feet towards your navel center as you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Gaze towards your third eye. Feel yourself grounded and alert, coiled with energy and ready to spring in Dhekasana Dve.
ध्यायेधि चित्पदं भ्रान्तम् आसनस्थसुखाय च यदि सर्वाङ्गम् उत्तोल्य गगने खेचरासनम्.
Next asana is Bhagasana Dve. Now relaxing your feet onto the ground. You're going to be folding the legs such that the left ankle presses gently at the perineum as your soles join. Rest your hands lightly on your knees as you keep your spine straight, doing the Shambhavi Mudra. Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose. Visualize yourself radiating sacred presence and inner alignment, fully grounded and centered in the Bhagasana Dve.
पग उल्टा मोड़ी बैसे पगा का माहिला गुल पग कूला पाशता लगावे पछे पग थलिया का पिछला हाथा स्यों मोड़ी जाटा बारली कानी आनी पग थली पीछी लगावे.
Next is Siddhi Jivyasana. So now you're going to keep the heels grounded while you turn your toes slightly upward. Placing your hands onto your knees, you're trying to keep the heels on the ground, knees on the ground, but only the toes are raised. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka and Uddiyana Bandha, sucking in your stomach, clench your perineum. Gaze to your nose, visualize yourself as living the life of a perfected yogi, body, mind and spirit aligned in Siddhi Jivyasana.
पगा को सोजो जाई.
Coming into the Pani Patrasana. Now you're going to join your feet at your navel as you bring your hands, cupping the palms in the Namaskara Mudra over your feet. So you can bring your hands in Namaskara Mudra, holding your feet at the navel, doing the Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a source of water flowing freely and nourishing all life.
नाभौ संस्थाप्य गुल्भौ च तन्मध्ये करपात्रप्तां शनैर्यत्नेन कुर्वीत पाणिपात्रं तदुच्यते.
From here, entering into Saptarishi Asana. Now you can bring each foot into the respective armpit as much as possible. So initial level, you'll just be bringing it behind your elbow and placing it there. And then you're eventually trying to bring it completely in towards your armpit and clasping your hands around your head. Do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Gaze towards your nose as you visualize yourself as one of the Saptarishis, wise and eternal.
दो पग के पग थले तिनके लांकजु सोय दो कांकनी में धरे नासा दृष्टि समोय.
Now relax your legs as we come into Sukhyasana. So the goal of this Sukhyasana is where you're going to be placing the back of both your feet together at the navel center and keeping your knees joined in front of you. In the initial level, first you're going to try and use your hands to pull your feet up to your navel, trying to rotate the ankles in such a way that the back of the feet touch each other. So this is an advanced ankle stretch. Do it carefully not to hurt yourself while trying to be as much as you're possible entering into the asana. As you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samakumbhaka and Mula Bandha, visualize yourself as a pearl born from the womb of an oyster in Shukyasana.
पार्ष्णिनाभौ संस्थाप्य जङ्घा बहिः प्रदेशेन सम्मीलयेत् श्रुक्यासनं भवति.
Coming into Sthitarasana now. Now you can bring the instep of the right foot beneath the left toes and the instep of the left beneath the right toes. As you bring your hands resting in the Parashamudra in front of your navel, doing the Samakumbhaka, Parashamudra is by interlacing the fingers. Do the Mula Bandha, gaze to your third eye. Being in the space of oneness with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, dissolving all boundaries in Sthitarasana.
जमनुम पगने फने डाबा पगनी आंगली नीचे राखीने अने डाबा पगने फने जमनुम पगनी नंग नीचे राखीने बेसवुम.
The next asana is Ambujasana now. You're going to come to a cross-leg position with both your feet onto the opposite thighs. Let your hands rest on your knees as you do the Shambhavi Mudra and Samakumbhaka. You're going to suck your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha, clenching your perineum. Gazing to your third eye, visualize yourself born of water like a lotus emerging from mud in Ambujasana.
अपानम् उत्थाप्य शनै स्वस्ति स्वशक्ति प्राणं समाकृष्य च कुम्भकं चरेत् धृत्वा यशाशक्त्य अनुरेचयेत् शनै वायुं गदघ्नं स्मृतम् अभुजासनम्.
Next is Kamalasana. Exact same position. You're going to continue to be seated as you do the Shambhavi Mudra. Kaka Chanchu Kumbhaka, sucking your stomach in and up in the Uddiyana Bandha. The Kaka Chanchu Kumbhaka is where you're going to be curling your tongue outward as you inhale through your tongue, making a small passage, holding your breath and then exhaling. Gaze to your third eye. Visualize yourself as a fully bloomed lotus, radiant and pure, embodying Kamala, the divine essence of Goddess Lakshmi in Kamalasana.
तत्र कौलासनं कृत्वा अथवा कमलासनं महाविद्या महामन्त्रं जप्त्वा लिङ्गम् अवाप्नुयात्.
Now entering into Uttamangasana, you can extend your hands straight out in front of your body, continuing to be in the Padmasana position as you lower your forehead onto the ground. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Kaka Chanchu Kumbhaka, continue to breathe through your tongue. Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose. Visualize yourself as rare and powerful. Feel your head grounded, body aligned, and in awareness inverted, cooling and calming every part of your being in Uttamangasana.
स्थित्वैतत् आसने मन्त्री अधशीर्षं करोति चेत् उत्तमाङ्गासनं ज्ञेयं योगिनाम् अतिदुर्लभम्.
From here, entering into Padmasana Pancha, bringing your feet onto the opposite thighs, sit straight. Bring your hands resting on top of the head, one palm over the other. As you turn your head to gaze towards your right armpit, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Kaka Chanchu Kumbhaka, Sakya Samakinan up in the Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize Lord Shiva blessing you, enveloping your being in profound peace, clarity, and stillness in Padmasana Pancha.
उपविश्यासने सम्यक् बाहु कृत्वार्धकुञ्चितौ कक्ष्यों मनः कुर्वन् समम् आयाति तल्लयात्.
The next asana is Kulyasana. Now you're going to bring your right hand in front of the head as your left hand rests behind your head, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Kakachanchu Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Gaze to your third eye. Visualize a river of Shakti, conscious energy streaming into you through the Sahasrara Chakra, awakening inner vitality in Kulyasana.
अथ कुल्यासनं वक्षे यत्कृत्वा कौलिको भवेत् एकहस्तं मस्तकस्थो अधशीर्षे अभिन्नगेकरम्.
Now bring your right hand in front of your stomach as you wrap your left arm behind your back to hold on to the right elbow and lean your head down towards the ground as you do the Shambhavi Mudra. Continue doing the Kakachancha Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Gaze to your nose. Visualize all celestial gods and goddesses showering their blessings upon you in Divyasana.
अथ दिव्यासनं वक्षे पृष्ठं हस्तेन बन्धयेत् एकहस्तम् अध्यदेशं भूमिहस्तं च नासया.
Raise up. Let's repeat Padmasana Pancha on the other side. Now you can place your palms one over the other on top of your head as you gaze towards your left armpit, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Kakachancha Kumbhaka and Uddiyana Bandha suck in your stomach. Visualize Lord Shiva blessing you, enveloping your being in profound peace, clarity and stillness.
उपविश्यासने सम्यक् बाहु कृत्वार्धकुञ्चितौ कक्ष्यों मनः कुर्वन् समम् आयाति तल्लयात्.
Into Kulyasana, bring your left hand in front of your forehead while your left hand rests behind the head. Doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Kakachancha Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gazing to your third eye. Visualize a river of Shakti, conscious energy streaming into you through the Sahasrara Chakra in Kulyasana.
अथ कुल्यासनं वक्षे यत्कृत्वा कौलिको भवेत् एकहस्तं मस्तकस्थो अधशीर्षे अभिन्नगेकरम्.
Now coming into Divyasana on the other side, you can bring your hand from behind your back to hold on to the opposite elbow as the Left arm presses into your navel. Fold your head for forehead down towards the ground. Shambhavi Mudra, Kakachancha Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. Gaze to your nose. Visualize all celestial gods and goddesses showering their blessings upon you, filling your awareness with grace, protection, and prosperity in Divyasana Pashvantare.
अथ दिव्यासनं वक्षे पृष्ठं हस्तेन बन्धयेत् एकहस्तम् अध्यदेशं भूमिहस्तं च नासया. The next is the Pavanasana. Sit in Padmasana, firmly grounded. Place both palms beneath the navel, resting lightly one over the other. With full awareness, draw the breath upward through the abdomen into stillness. Hold steady in the Kumbhaka, Parashamudra, Kakachanchu Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, gazing at the third eye. Visualize your body becoming completely purified, every cell filled with light, releasing impurities, karmic residues, and subtle blockages in Pavanasana. अथान्यदासनं वक्षे साधकानां हिताय वै पवनासनरूपो खेचरो योगिराट् भवेत्. The next is the Valgulyasana. Sit in Padmasana, spine lifted tall. Thread your hands beneath your thighs and bring the elbows to rest outside the knees, arms rising with the palms joined at the chest and throat. The chin dips gently while breath steadies inward. Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka, where you slightly contract the throat and draw the breath slowly in through the nostrils, producing the sound of an ocean. Retain the breath within, then release slowly through the nostrils, preserving the same soft sound. Jalandhara Bandha, tucking your chin to the chest. Mula Bandha, gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself as a bat in full flight, wings stretched wide on elongated fingers, light and agile. In Valgulyasana. अथ भूरिभुक्तस्य पाचनं सद्यो जरामशूलादौ वल्गुल्यासनम्.
The next asana is Parasharamasana. We're going to start by laying back in Padmasana, keeping the knees and thighs pressed against the earth. In the same position, you're going to lay on your back, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka, and drawing the abdomen inward toward the spine in the Udhyana Bandha as you maintain the Mula Bandha. Gaze towards your nose. Visualize Lord Rama in your inner space, radiant and serene, embodying dharma, courage, and unwavering devotion in Parasharamasana.
अथ परशुरामासन प्रथमकरे पदमासनाचे सुधोसोवे भूपरिपाचे गोडा उरुजंघा ये दो भूसौ लगता राखे सोई.
The next asana is the Yogini Garbhasana. From a seated position, you're going to sit tall with both the feet on the opposite thigh, and you're going to be making circles with your body as you lay on the back and come back to a seated position. You're going to be doing circles with your body. Please do it very carefully such that around you you don't have any things that you might dash onto. Do it very carefully as you engage in the Shambhavi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Gaze towards your nose. Visualize yourself nestled deeply like a fetus within the sacred cosmic womb, the Hiranya Garbha, the golden womb of Hinduism, symbolizing the source of all creation in Yogini Garbhasana.
योगिनी गर्भासने हित्वा सच्चक्रं गर्भम् आविशेत्.
The next is Simhasana Dve. Remaining in the Padmasana position, you're going to get onto your knees and slightly arc your body from the front as you exhale through your mouth, sticking your tongue out wide. As you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka and Murabandha, please gaze towards your third eye, doing the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Embody the space and state of a lion, alert, powerful, and courageous in Simhasana Dve.
अथ सिंहासनं गुल्फौ च वृषणस्याध सीवन्या पार्श्वयोक्षिपेत् दक्षिणे सव्यगुल्फं तु दक्ष गुल्फं तु सव्यके.
And next is Urdhva Kukkutasana. Remaining in the Padmasana position, you're going to be bringing your knees onto your onto your wrists as you slightly lift your knees up from your wrist all the way until your elbows. As you do the Shambhavi Mudra, keeping the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within Ujjayi Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha. Gaze towards the ground as you visualize yourself as a rooster, one leg slightly impaired yet vigilant in Urdhva Kukkutasana.
ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटवासिष्ठ मरीचिहलमत्स्यकं परिवृत्तिं चोदरस्य विविधं धनुरासनम्.
The next is Padmasana Shati. You're going to continue to remain in the Padmasana position as you bring your hands from behind you and hold on to the opposite feet in the Prana Mudra with the support of your middle and index finger. As you do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka and tuck your chin in towards your chest, locking your throat into the Jalandhar Bandha as you maintain the Mula Bandha. Gaze towards your nose, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Japa. Visualize yourself as a lotus flower rooted yet rising above the water, pure and radiant in Padmasana Shati.
अथ पद्मासनम् अवामोरूपरि दक्षिणं च चरणं संस्थाप्य वामं तथा दक्षोरूपरि.
And the next asana is Padmasana Sapta. Continuing to remain in the Padmasana position, you're going to be bringing your hands and placing it on your neck. There is a subtle nadi on your neck which you're going to be locking by pressing your hand firmly onto your neck, doing the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and gazing towards your nose. Visualize yourself as Paramashiva, transcending worldly society, detached and self contained in Padmasana Sapta.
पद्मासनस्थिता योगी जनसङ्गविवर्जित विज्ञानाडि द्वितयम् अङ्गुलीभ्यां निरोधयेत्.
And now in Urdhva Pavanasana, remaining in Padmasana position, you're going to get onto your back and lift your Padmasana such that it faces towards the sky. You can take the support of your hand to place it near your hip region to lift yourself up straight. As you do the Shambhavi Mudra, when you actually push your body completely up towards the sky, you will see that you enter into the Jalandhara Bandha with your chin coming towards your chest. And when you inhale deeply through the nose and continue to be in the Jalandhara Bandha, it's the Murcha Kumbhaka. Bring your gaze towards your nose. Visualize yourself as an inverted lotus flower, suspended and balanced, roots upward in Urdhva Padmasana.
प्रथम अर्धपद्मासननि पेठे बेसे पचि सुई माथुं भूमिपरि राखी केडने बन्ने आतना आधारति ऊंची करीते पलोटी अधर उपाडी राकवीते ऊर्ध्व पद्मासन कहेवा यचे.
You can now relax, placing your feet flat onto the ground. You can place your Padmasana onto the ground as you lay on your back and extend your hands above your head as your shoulders come near your ears, doing the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply through the nose, hold the breath comfortably, and then release through the nose as you contract the muscles of the pelvic floor and tuck your chin in towards your chest slightly as you lock your throat and engage your abdomen inward and lifting it up, gazing towards your nose. Visualize yourself as a mountain deeply rooted and stable for thousands of years in Parvatasana Dve.
अथ वक्षे महादेव पर्वतासनमङ्गुल अङ्गलं यत्कृत्वा स्थिररूपी स्यात् चक्रादिविलोपनम्.
And now, remaining in the same position, you're going to be holding on to your respective feet in the Prana Mudra with the support of your index and middle finger. As you do the Kevala Kumbhaka, allowing the breath to pause naturally and observing without forcing and maintaining the restful awareness, engaging your abdomen in the Udhyana Bandha as you suck it inward and lift it up. Gaze towards your third eye. Visualize yourself as a graceful fish effortlessly gliding through clear, vibrant waters in Matsyasana Pancha.
मुक्तपद्मासनं कृत्वा उत्तानं शयनं चरेत् कूर्पराभ्यां शिरो वेष्ट्य मत्स्यासनं तु रोगहृत्.
You can now relax. So now from a standing position, you can come to a standing position with your foot rooted deeply onto the ground. And over here, you're going to be crossing your arms, keeping your right above the left, twisting your hands back to the center as you do the same with your leg as well. You're going to be crossing your hands such that it comes into the Anjali Mudra in front of you as you do the Samavritti Kumbhaka. Inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, maintaining rhythmic breath without strain. As you do the Mula Bandha, gaze towards your nose. Visualize yourself as the majestic hawk, Sena. Feel the sharp clarity of your vision, piercing far and wide with focused awareness in Shenasana.
हस्तपादौ परस्परं बध्नीत्वा देह मुन्नम्य तिष्ठेत् अन्येन पक्षेन तद्वन् निदेशकुम्भकं साधयेत्.
And next is Agocharasana. We're going to come to a seated position and cross the leg over each other, aligning the knees in front of you as you place your hands on top of your respective knees, the above knee. As you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti Kumbhaka, inhale through the nose and exhale evenly, doing the Mula Bandha. Gaze towards your nose. Visualize perception gradually falling silent in attention attention turning inward as you do Agocharasana.
अगोचरासन.
And next is Senahasana Uttaranga. As you from the same position, you're going to be crossing your hands in front of you as you rotate it around each other and bring it in front of you into the Anjali Mudra, doing the Samavritti Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, gazing towards your nose. Visualize yourself as the majestic hawk Shena. Feel the sharp clarity of your vision piercing far and wide with focused awareness in Shenahasana Uttaranga.
कुटितपादं पादाङ्गुष्ठं भूमौ निधाय भुजद्वयेन वेष्टयित्वा कायं समुत्थापयेत्.
Now we are going to be repeating Agocharasana on the other side as you now cross your opposite leg over each other, aligning your knees in front of you, placing your hands on top of the above knee. As you do the Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gaze towards your nose, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Japa. Visualize perception gradually falling silent and attention turning inward in Agocharasana.
अगोचरासन.
And now wrapping your arm around each other into Shenahasana Uttaranga as you bring your hands in front of you into the Anjali Mudra, doing the Samavritti Kumbhaka Mula Bandha and gazing towards your nose. Visualize yourself as the majestic hawk Shena. Feel the sharp clarity of your vision piercing far and wide with focused awareness in Shenahasana Uttaranga.
कुटितपादं पादाङ्गुष्ठं भूमौ निधाय भुजद्वयेन वेष्टयित्वा कायं समुत्थापयेत्.
And now you can come to the standing position as you wrap your legs around each other as well as your arms. And to get the lock behind you, you can also slightly bend your knees forward, bringing your hands together into the Anjali Mudra, doing the Samavritti Kumbhaka and engaging your core into the Mula Bandha. Gaze towards your nose. Visualize yourself as the majestic hawk Shena. Feel the sharp clarity of your vision piercing far and wide with focused awareness in Shenahasana.
हस्तपादौ परस्परं बध्नीत्वा देहमुन्नम्य तिष्ठेत् अन्येन पक्षेन तद्वन्निदेशकुम्भकं साधयेत्.
And from here, we're entering into our final asana of the day, Shavasana Chatwari. You can lay onto your back, Shavasana Dve. You can place your palms facing upwards, relaxing your feet. Doing the Shakti Chalana Mudra, focus on the Mooladhara, contracting the perineum to rouse the dormant Kundalini energy. Doing the Sahaja Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha, gaze to your nose, visualize your body as dead, lifeless, while the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism liberates your soul in Shavasana Dve.
अथ चित्तविश्रान्तौ शवासनम् उत्थानमूर्ध्वा शयनं निविधाय प्रसार्य पादौ करसम्पुटं हृदि नासाग्रे आधाय दृशं स्मरन् शिवं पृष्ठोत्थिति यत्र शवासनं हि तत्.
Just relax, continuing to do the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Inhaling and exhaling deeply and slowly. Feel your body as completely dead. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is liberating your soul. Inhale and exhale. Slowly start to move your hands and feet as you feel the life energy entering your body. Bring your knees to your chest and rock up into a seated position. Congratulations to each and every one of you for successfully completing today's Nithyananda Yoga sequence. Hope all of you had an amazing time today and had breakthroughs in today's Nithyananda Yoga sequence. We are now going to be ending the sequence in with the Purna Mantra, and we invite all of you to also join us for the Rudra Abhishekam that will be starting in just about 1.5 hours after this. So with this, let us offer our gratitude at Swamiji's feet and end with the Purna Mantra. ॐ पूर्णमदः
पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्.
So all now bow down to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, in deep gratitude. Thank you all for joining. Nithyanandam.